And here's your host, Osnita Norman.
Welcome. Happy Saturday, and welcome to Fashion, Flair, and Style. How are you today? I know we started off a little bit happy, so we just gonna get right to it. I'm doing well today. And how are you doing today, Glenn? I'm doing good, no complaints. You know, it's sunny outside, but it's getting kind of cold. So the fall weather has really kicked in, full blown, to where I almost had to pull out my winter coat. So that's not, I'm excited about fall because of the fall fashion, but not excited about having to change my wardrobe and wear socks, put on a hat, wear scarves, and bundle up. However, by it being fall, you can still show your fashion off better than you can as if it was than in the wintertime. Because the wintertime you more bundled up. In the fall you're a little more layered. I'll say it like that. So I'm excited about that. And for all of our listeners and viewers today, again, thank you for tuning in. Of course, I'm your host, Osnita, and you can watch us on twitch.tv. We're on YouTube streaming live. Catch us on Facebook on Glenn Cannon's page, his personal page. And you can also download or go to ventradio.net and listen to us live, and then go to Vent Radio, download the app to also listen. So you have several ways to listen to us and listen to the content for today. Also, you can dial in to communicate with me, to comment on the topic, bring up a topic, bring up a point, comment on something I made. I'm all for the interaction. And you can call in at 248-429-7224. And again, welcome to Fashion, Flair, and Lifestyle. So thank you. I love when the crowd claps for me. Today is a special day for me. Today is my dad's birthday, and my dad would have turned 83 on today. So I want to give a happy heavenly birthday to my dad today, Oscar Norman. So happy birthday, Dad. I know if you were here, let's see, you probably really wouldn't want to celebrate because it is your birthday. You always did things before or after, but never not on the date. But I'm going to celebrate you today. So my dad was known for dressing, of course, but he also loved hats. So that's why I am wearing this nice hat today in honor of my dad. I think he'd approve. What you think? I do. I approve. But if you approve, that's even better. But I approve too. So yeah. But today would have been his birthday. I miss him, and I started to like cancel and like, no, I'm just not gonna do much. But the more I started looking for content and doing things as it relates to the show, the easier it was to kind of get through my day. So I had my moment where I kind of laid around for an hour or so this morning to gather myself, gather my thoughts, and so now I'm here. I'm feeling a lot better. It's bittersweet, but of course we know we're not here to stay forever. It's just when you lose your loved one, it is devastating, heartbreaking, but we all got to leave here one day. So on that note, just again, heavenly birthday to my dad, and I'm wearing this hat in his honor, and I'm ready to get on with the show. So today's topic is news versus nonsense. And this week has been one of those weeks where you just hear so much. It was just news and content coming from every which way. Some positive, some negative. It was just overwhelming for some reason for me this week, just literally overwhelming. And so I'll get into that a little bit later. But the first thing I want to discuss is terms. You know, I always have my fashion fact. So let me pull it up. I always have my fashion fact. And again, please call in to comment 248-429-7224, and then we can have a verbal discussion back and forth. So the term fashionista is widely used across the fashion industry. Even just in your household or with you and your girlfriends, especially if you have a girlfriend that loves fashion. Of course, you call her what, a fashionista. Do I think I'm a fashionista? I do, but I put a spin on it and call it fashionita. You know, with my name, Asnita, fashionita go together. I know, not that funny, but whatever. But are you a fashionista? And the term, it wasn't always used. Fashion was fashion, Fashion. That's it. That's all it was. The fashion industry. People who like fashion. She's fashionable. Fashion this, fashion that, but nothing about fashionista. So the term fashionista was first used by a journalist named Stephen Fry. He was a journalist who wrote an article on the tragedy of a supermodel named Gia. He explained, you know, they asked him, like, I guess years later, like, why did you use this term? He explained that there was no simple way to refer to all people sitting for a fashion magazine photo or print ad. So I guess he was casing out the room. You know, when you prepare for a fashion show. I don't know if you've ever been behind the scenes of a fashion show, and it is crazy. Okay, I've done several fashion shows. The first fashion show I did, it was really nice. We started, got there on time. I had all my outfits and stuff lined up. I knew what the model was gonna wear, very organized, and it was almost like I wasn't prepared because once showtime hit, it was crazy. It was me and my sister. My sister was helping me. We needed like 3 to 4 people because some of the models, they go from one designer to the next, one designer to the next. So you only have literally about maybe 2 minutes to get that design, the model out of one outfit and then into the next outfit. So that was 1993 when fashionista was first used in the article. Then, in 1999, the term was added to the Oxford English Dictionary and defined as a dedicated follower of fashion, in extreme cases, a fashion victim. Ooh, what is a fashion victim? I guess a person who would do anything for fashion. You know, you have some people who spend their savings or spend money that they really don't have in order to engage or, not engage, but engage in designer fashion and just to be known as a fashionista because they never want to lose that title. Most people are into titles and are concerned about what people think about them. So when you're a fashion victim, you go above and beyond to make sure that you're seen and make sure that you're known. It said that the Oxford English Dictionary editor defended its inclusion, saying the word a linguistic gap. So basically, it was needed. I like the word. I use the term fashionista. I also like to call men fashionistas. I know, but some men love fashion just like women do. It's just different. It's like men, women can love a lot of things. Men can only love a certain. Yeah. So with the term being so widely used, there are so many businesses that has added the ending Easter to mix with their brands. The word has expanded in the fashion industry to describe a woman who loves fashion. So if you shop at 2J Maxx, you are a Maxinista. They dropped the ad in 2010 promoting fashion and the working woman or the woman that just loves fashion by calling them a Maxinista. I like TJ Maxx, so I guess I'm a fashionista and a Maxinista. Then it falls over into your career. A new job guy called title, the one guy to a success after college. They call her a careernista. Everybody wants to just use it. It sounds good. Why not? So, of course, like I said, I consider myself a fashionista. I love fashion, but I'm not a victim of fashion. I love style. Definitely a victim of style because I always want to look great. But fashion victims, they always want to be trendy, but it costs money to be trendy. Being stylish don't always cost a whole lot. I love the fall fashion. As I said earlier, you can dress, but you just have to put layers on. So layers are always good. Like, look at my mannequin here today. She has on a scarf. We kind of match it because my hat has a black undertone. So we are matching today. So you just mainly get to hear me talk today. Glenn is working on some things behind the scenes. So it's just me. So again, if you have any questions, or you want to discuss my fashion fact, call in 248-429-7224. And I hope you guys are watching on YouTube. And again, thanks so much for stopping in and supporting me weekly. Like, this is really a big deal to me. I enjoy fashion and I enjoy having a good lifestyle. Today, of course, I have my Pure Essence cup and I'm drinking on, I'm not going to tell you who the name of the coffee, but it is a pumpkin spice coffee that I decided to pick up because it's fall and it's pumpkin season. From, as we get into Halloween, pumpkins, and then you go into the festive family time with Thanksgiving, pumpkin pie, pumpkin cheesecake. I never had pumpkin pie before. Have you? My mom always made sweet potato pie, so I don't know about pumpkin pie, but I do know about pumpkin cheesecake. Now that's very good. What I do like about the pumpkin is the spice that kind of comes with it. So this is like a pumpkin spice, and it has a nice little kick. So really, really, really good. So getting back into the fall fashion, um, uh-oh, I don't know. Are you aware of what colors are trending for the fall? I love the fall with I love the browns, the oranges, and the red hues are the best. You can wear another thing that's good about fall fashion is being able to wear your suede coats or your suede boots without walking in snow and salt and getting them messed up. So this is like perfect season for like UGG season. Wintertime is not really the perfect season for the UGG boots because most people, um, I know they're warm, but they're suede. And I hate to see when people have overworn or outworn their UGG boots. And guess what? They have salt rims all around the boot. That is such a turnoff. If I get salt on my boots, first of all, as an adult, by the time you should know that you are to protect your boots with like some kind of leather. I don't know what it's called, but like leather spray, or I know for suede they do have a suede spray, but it's a specific name for leather. But anyway, you can scotch guard your suede items so that they won't, once they do get wet, once they dry, the ring will not stick. It'll kind of go away. And then for the suede boots, they also have like a little suede brush. Like if you got some Timberlands, if you shop at Foot Locker, they sell the little Nubuck suede cleaner that you can use on your boots too. Matter of fact, I need me a new pair of Timberlands. I love Timberland boots. I love to see men in Timberland boots, whether it's wintertime, summertime. I like to see them with the boots and the shorts. That's like a cool look to me. I like that. Yeah. But I love my Timberland boots. Believe it or not, I've had a pair of Timberland boots for about 15. My son is 14, so 15 years. And they still are wearable. I can still wear them, but I need a new pair. I need a fresh pair. They need the ones I have, I could still wear them. But me being the person that I am, I need a fresh pair so I can rock a fresh pair. Because you don't just wear Timberlands, you gotta rock them. You gotta have a certain swag when you put those on. So if you don't have no swag, don't wear Timberlands. You got swag, put on some Timberlands. I love it. But yeah, back to the fall fashion. So I looked up to see what colors are trending. Not so much the colors, but what is like the fall color trends. That's what it's called. And of course, you know the runway is always the first place that you look to get your fall color trends. So let's see if I am in the fall color trend with my outfit. If not, next week I'll try to be. So the 5 fall color trends from the runway. This is according to Harper's Bazaar. And sometimes I do Better Magazine. I like the magazines to look at it. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with a sorbet pink. It says pink has long been a romantic color among the fashion set, but is staging a triumphant comeback in pastels. So if you like pink, you can wear your pink hues. I do love pink, as you can see, but mine have to be hot pink, not soft. So if you have some pink, break it out. Pastels are going good this fall. I'm not really a pastel person. I'm not into pinks, light pinks, lilacs, light blue, baby blue. Oh, baby blue. Don't ever buy me anything baby blue. Don't ever buy me anything. Those colors, ugh, I don't like them. What about green? It's called green with envy. So greens are great. It looks like they have a lot of it's vibrant and more let's see. It says the verdant hues feels fresh, especially for the fall and winter. Looks great in both apparel and accessory forms. So maybe I'll find me a green hat. I do like green, but it's green with envy. So any shade is like mint, olive, they're taking over. So if you don't have any green in your wardrobe, you need to get you some. And then of course they you have your earth tones. Those are like your neutral colors that will go with anything. So you have like your browns or your tans. Um, yeah, brown to tan. What other color? Brown, tan. Yeah, and like off whites. That's considered earth tone colors to me as well. So what else? The other colors we have are shades of gray. I am just really getting into wearing grays. I'm not really a big gray person, but I have purchased some things with gray that make me wear gray. But so I'm not a lover of it, I'm not a hater of it. My favorite color that I like to coordinate with is black. But if you are, like I say, stylish, you can make like gray or like an earth tone color, like gray, brown, navy blue, and black. Those are colors that you can mix and match with other colors, with bright colors like a red or pink or turquoise, your yellows, your green. Those are like your base colors for fashion. That's just my opinion. So shades of gray. I mean, maybe I'll find me a gray hat, gray sweater. Yeah. So what other? Of course, black is always in. It's called head to toe black. So being in all black is another way to get you pumped up for looking beautiful. Like with black, I love black because you can wear so many, mix and match so many different colors with it. That's why I love black. Like that's my, if someone called me at the last minute for me to go to an event, meeting, something, anything last minute and I have to get dressed, I'm always wearing something black. You never go wrong with black. You always have what they call it, the LBD, the little black dress. You always have a nice black pair of pants. You always have a black blazer. These are things that you just have those sitting in your closet. So when you don't want to overdo it, you know, you don't want to go out the house looking stupid because you got to get ready at the last minute. So either you can go out looking stupid, trying to look fashion, trying to look stylish, or just be stylish with one straight color, black. That's always my go-to color. And it says, trust that investing in staple from your favorite designers will last beyond this season. So black is, of course, one of those colors that goes for winter, spring, summer, fall. You wear all season. You mix and match summertime. You know, you can wear halter tops. You can wear, you know, shorts. You got black pants. You got black. You could just have, you can wear black all season. Whereas white, some people wear white year round. Some people don't. That's a limited color. Black isn't. It goes far across the board. So I love black. That's one of my favorite colors. My favorite colors. So those were my five fashion picks the for fashion. So for your fashion colors. So again, we have sorbet pinks, greens with envy. That's like olive and mint greens. We have brown, which is not brown, but earth tones, which is brown tan. And then we have black. Of course, black can go with any of those colors that I just mentioned. So if you don't know what to put together or how to put things together, then, you know, the internet is always a great option for you to find Pinterest. And, you know, with me, with the show, what I'll be doing is also trying to put together some stylish outfits that people probably wouldn't normally wear. Like the outfit I have on today. Let me get my boots on. I didn't have them on earlier. But this is just how I was feeling today. So when I mention style, it's more about how you feel. Not always um, you dress how you feel. So my style today was just how I felt. I wanted to be bright. I didn't want to be dim. I wanted to add some color. So initially, I was going to put on a black dress with a black hat and throw that scarf over it. But of course, I changed my mind. So let me just show off my outfit, my fashionista outfit before I get into the trending news this week. So let me move this out the way. Move my chair. And I think my thing is charged up enough. Let's see. Can you see? Let me push it back just a little bit. And I think I'm going to start recording these videos so that you can see. But here is my outfit for today. And I'm not sure if you can see all the way down legs, but I have on fishnets. So someone with can like fashion, but they may not like this outfit because I kind of mixed a little bit everything with it. So I have red boots, black fishnets. My dress it really pops more so with the navy blue, but then of course I have black in it, and then I have the red. So my red hat pulls out the red in the dress. So this is my outfit for today. So if I was going out, like I am after the show, I'm going out. This is how I would fix my when I say fall, you do layers. I have my denim jacket. I have my jacket. So if I wanted to be cool, I could pop my collar. And let me brow this. Like I said, for the fall, we do layering. So, so this is how I could rock out for the fall. You see that? And I'm looking very stylish and very coordinated. So this will be my look for today that I will wear out. Like I said, you can love fashion, but you gotta have style. Okay, so let me roll this back up. Uh-oh. Showing off things in the background. I think this. Okay. So that's my stylish look for today. But like I said, first when you have stylists, always most of the time you dress based on how you feel. And I'm out of breath. That was a lot because the heels. I haven't worn heels in probably about um oh almost 6 months, like 7 months, because I've been working from home. I hadn't really had to get dressed for anything, and I haven't really been going to any type of live events that cause me to put on actual clothes. So, which is really cool. But again, I'm drinking my pumpkin spice. It's really good. So, what else I gotta say? First, I gotta catch my breath from that moving around. Again, if you want to comment on the fall fashion, the word fashionista, anything that I've discussed, call us at 248-429-7224. Call in. I want to talk to somebody. Come on in. Call. So yeah, but this is how I would go outside. I'm gonna take this off because I'll get a little more warm than what I want to be. And then we are going to get into trending the news versus nonsense. And again, I'm just the messenger. Okay. This is what's trending. I know you want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to stay in the know. I don't have to necessarily engage, but I want to know what's going on too. So let's get to news versus nonsense. News versus nonsense. Let's see. It is so much going on today that, like I said earlier, I was overwhelmed. Very overwhelmed with just everything. So what's the number one trending thing that we have going on? Not thing, but trending news that we have going on. So you be the judge. Is it news, something important, or is it nonsense? Something that you could care less about. Again, I want to hear some feedback. So of course I'm gonna put the number out there again, 248-429-7224. Trending news today, which almost broke the internet yesterday, was President Donald Trump and Melania Trump has tested positive for coronavirus. I'm just gonna go through a little timeline, then we'll come back around to expand on it. Wednesday. I'm not sure if you guys tuned into the debate on Wednesday. I tuned in, because I never really watched the debates as much, but I might tune in here and there. So I tuned into what was called a debate. I called it a debargument. And you might say, well, why would you call it a debargument? Because I felt like the president and the former vice president were arguing like two bullies in a classroom, like who could cap the best. And you had the moderator to try and stop them, but one didn't want the other one to get the best stuff. So it was like they were in a cat fight, but they're not cats. So for me, I couldn't. I watched it probably maybe the first, I want to say maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, I couldn't continue to watch it because I couldn't deal with the rudeness and the bickering. It was just too much for me to see two adult men have that type of conversation or debate, the argument in front of the world. I just couldn't get with that. Thursday, he met with supporters at a golf course in New Jersey, which was a closed indoor fundraiser. Well, an indoor fundraiser with probably about 100 people. And then comes, I guess Thursday night, early Saturday, Friday morning, his senior advisor Hope Hicks tested positive for the virus. And then lo and behold, the president and First Lady Melania was diagnosed with coronavirus. And reading the comments, from people, just they were very, very disturbing, because that is such a touchy subject. A lot of people have lost loved ones and friends and family members to coronavirus or COVID-19, whichever you prefer to call it. So I'm not the one to say a person does or does not have it. That's not me. I'm not a doctor. I'm just delivering the news. But the president was taken to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center for observation, just for precautionary measures, and he's expected to stay there for a few days. He's been treated with an antiviral drug, and I hope he gets well. So get well soon to everyone or anyone that's been diagnosed, that's still in recovery mode, or So just get well for anyone who's been diagnosed with coronavirus or COVID-19. Who am I to judge? I'm not here to judge. I'm just a messenger. So what are your thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts? Call in. Wow. Well, yeah, that's really been. And one other new story I did read as it relates to coronavirus. It was about a young lady, a woman who was tested for coronavirus through the nasal test that they used, where they stick the swab up your nose, and she was experiencing, whoever did the test took the how can I put this? Whoever did her coronavirus test pushed the swab too high, and somehow it got to her brain. Don't ask. I don't know. And it caused her to lose fluid from her brain. And she had also had a test like this prior, and she said after that test, she was fine. But this particular test, she started receiving discomfort. She started getting strange symptoms. It said, let's see. Yeah, she started getting, becoming discomfort. It said doctors soon discovered that she had a rare undiagnosed condition. It's called encephalocele. The base of her skull was completely closed, causing her brain to protrude outward, leaving it exposed to any long probing object. The swab itself didn't result in a violation of the bony skull base, but rather the invasive test caused trauma to the patient's pre-existing issue that she didn't even know she had. They come up with names and just stuff. Like, I can imagine just thinking somebody putting the swab up your nose, and I just cannot imagine having to deal with that. Like, just thinking about it makes my nose hurt. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't want nobody to stick nothing in my nose like that. Not at all. But, that kind of went together with what I was talking about. But just having a diagnosis, it's kind of like you almost feel like everybody is a walking germ. I don't know. But yeah, for anybody who's dealing with that, just get well. Get well. Make sure you take your vitamins. Do everything that you need to do to stay healthy. Some things, of course, in life we can't control, but what you can control, then that's what you control. So, do we have any basketball fans? I'm a basketball fan, but guess what? I haven't really, really indulged watching basketball really since the Pistons probably won the playoffs in, I think, 2004. I don't even remember when they won. That's bad. And I watched it. But I think the best thing about basketball that stuck out to me was the fight, the what they call it, the Malice in the Palace. I can just remember sitting at home watching it, everything unfold, watching the game. I was sitting on the floor like a kid. The more they fought, the closer I got to the TV. The more they fought, the closer I got to the TV. I mean, I know it was a fight, and you're not supposed to indulge, you know, push violence, but that Malice in the Palace was pretty, really good. I'm sorry, and I hope nobody really get really really hurt. What happened? Ron Artest, Steven Jackson. I remember them being fined and kicked out of the game or several games. But that was just crazy. I wonder what Ron Artest changed his name again, I think, because he went from Ron Artest to Meta World Peace. And I want to say he changed his name to something else, but I don't know what it is. So what do y'all think about the NBA Finals? And see, today, like I said, it's news versus nonsense. This is all the stuff that is just trending that everybody talking about. And I want to be in the know too. So who do you pick? But I know that the loss. Oh, the my stomach growl. I am really loving this hat today. You know, I know. Post for the video. I'm really loving this hat. Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat. Are those the two teams that's in the playoff? I want to say I'm automatic. I'm for sure, but let me just double check because for some reason, let's see the 2020 NBA playoff. Let's see. Yep, the Lakers and the Heat. So who do you think is going to win? It really don't matter to me. I like LeBron James. Why do I like LeBron James? Because he appears, because I don't know him personally, but hopefully one day I'll get to meet him. But he appears to be a very positive person. He's been married to his high school sweetheart, father of two sons and a little young girl. Very gives back to his community. He opened up a school. LeBron James. I'm not sure the name of the school, but he opened up a school about I think like 2 years ago. So I see him being a very positive person. Like I said, I'm not really all that into sports. I don't know who the main player or the leading player on the Miami Heat is, but I know LeBron James is on the Lakers. So this would be great to in like a honor to Kobe Bryant. For of course him and LeBron had a great relationship, but for LeBron to be able to not carry out because he's not the only person on the team. You have other contributing teammates, but he just happened to be the brand name to go with the Lakers. But I know Anthony Davis. He's trending. They talked about him. Like I said, I'm up on it, but I just don't engage in it a lot. But this is what's true. I think it doesn't matter to me who wins, but I think if the Lakers win, then it would be very, very like a tribute to Kobe Bryant, even though he's not here, but it's still like adding to his legacy, his inspiration, because I know he was happy about LeBron James coming to the Lakers. So yeah, but that's I'm excited about that. So I have been watching the playoff games. I just don't really know who. It just seemed weird because the season was cut short. So it's kind of hard to get into it. Even I know they're in a bubble. They don't have any fans. It's like the fans are the ones who's hot. Oh, now they're saying Cam Newton has tested positive for COVID-19. See, it's always something crazy, something trending. Always, 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 always. But yeah, so I hope he gets better too. I hope he's able to. I hope that for anyone else that's receiving a current diagnosis, the medical staff, the doctors, and the hospitals are more aware as to what to do for the patients. Because some people, I think by when the pandemic hit so hard, it hit the hospitals and the medical staffs with something that they wasn't prepared for. I hate that people have to lose their lives for them to learn or begin to be a little more prepared as this this virus attack different people. So hopefully they're able to save more lives than lose lives. I know a lot of them are losing lives. People are losing their lives daily, but of course, hopefully they're able to slow that down with being with knowledge, being aware and knowing what to do and what not to do, depending on the patient's current, if they have medical conditions or if they don't have medical conditions. So I'm going with the Lakers. Okay, my daddy was a Lakers fan too. He really was. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lakers to win the season. Not so much because LeBron James on the team, but just because my daddy liked him. So that's what we're going with. And then, so in order for the Los Angeles Lakers to get to the playoffs, they had to beat. Who did they beat? It was the Clippers. Why all of a sudden, all my knowledge that I knew is kind of like I'm losing it. Maybe I'm talking too much. But anyway, the Los Angeles Clippers did get kicked out of the playoffs. They got beat. And guess what? Their coach got fired. Who was their coach? Doc Rivers, a former NBA All-Star and a former NBA basketball player. So he got fired from one job and he already has another job. So Doc Rivers will be the new coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. Wow. I wonder how he feel about that. Hmm. I'm sure he's happy to have a job. And I'm sure that he's happy that his lifestyle was not affected at all. But to go from sunny California to cold and snowy Philly, I don't know how I would feel about that. But they do say Philly is the state of brotherly love, the city of brotherly love. So hopefully they'll welcome him with warm arms. Welcome. Oh, no more hugs. Give him the elbow for the pound. So what a difference in the climate. But the money will still be rolling in. And good luck to Doc Rivers in the Philadelphia 76ers. So they were trying to say who would be replacements for him on the Clippers. And it was more, I don't know, these people only know one person. I don't know who Ty Lue is. I've heard of Jeff Van Gundy. I know he got a brother. I don't know which one of them people like and people don't like. But Sam Cassell, I remember him playing basketball too. So those are the three they said who possibly would replace Doc Rivers, but who knows? They take their pick. Makes me no difference, but that's things that people like to hear. So I couldn't leave the men out, because they like to talk and they don't want to. I don't want to forget them. I know it's called fashion, but anybody can love fashion, and then lifestyle. Anybody It's just so broad. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of everything. So basketball, that's men and women both like it. Like I said, I'm just not all the way up on it, but I'm gonna work on that. But I do like to watch TNT. I don't know if this is news or nonsense to you, but I like to watch TNT with Charles Barkley, Eddie, Kenny, and Shaq because they are always just laughing, always in a good mood. So I really I enjoy that show about basketball. So that's what's good about basketball. Guess what? You know, I think the world is losing its social interaction. And when I say social interaction, where, it used to be the thing to walk into the store and a person greet you, or it's a thing when you go into McDonald's and the cashier says, "Welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you?" Not the recording. It used to be a good thing to go to the car wash and you get a hand car wash and somebody's actually washing your car before they start making the thing. So you just pull up, pay, and you just go through. No attendance. So that's like socially distance. When people, I like to engage, I like to see, touch, and feel. Although I own an online resale boutique, I still like to see, touch, and feel. So for how I would get my um, not audience, but my clients to see, touch, and feel, I had a showroom. Or of course, I would a lot of times show up at different. I would go to vendor events, meet and greets, networking events. People. I might wear something. I would always wear something from my store so they could, see what people think, what they like. So see, touch, and feel is really going away and it's becoming more distant. And with the pandemic, that didn't help. Because it pushed everybody almost into like their homes and stuff, and not out moving and touching. Everybody got on masks. You don't know who you're seeing. You don't know who you're not seeing. It's like, man, like you looking at people like, I think I know him or I think I know her. And then when you pull your mask down just a little bit, it's like, oh, hey. And you looking like, hey. And if somebody hug you, it's like, oh my God. Everybody have a different reaction. So the world is becoming more social distance, and I don't really like that. I like the engaging part. So this is why I said that. Did you know? Have you ever heard of Carvana? Right. They are a website that, sell and buy will sell used cars. Carvana, Michigan. They always say Detroit, but this is not in Detroit. This is in Novi. Have their first car vending machine. Yes, let me repeat that. First car vending machine. This Carvana car vending machine dealer is located on I-96 near 12 Oaks. It's set on the south side. So basically, I guess what you do is review the car online, see all the things that you like about it. You buy the car. You go in to Carvana. They have a receptionist and they do have salespeople. Once you sign your agreement, you go on to sign your agreement, your paperwork. You get a coin. And with this coin, they place it in this little not little, but like a vending machine. You drop the coin into the slot that's available to collect the money. So I guess it reads the chip, and on the chip it would identify the car that you're going to buy. What? And then you can see the car come down. I don't know if you've been to New York. If you've ever been to New York, and if you pay attention to how they stack their cars, like they have these car stackers. So your car is like in a box, but like the not steel, but yeah, like steel, like rocks. On the little risers. That's what they're called, car risers. So they ride your car up and place it in this square where your car fit, and then they stack the cars on top, on top, on top. So when you go to pick your car up, they just bring it down, and it's like a little maze. So that's how the car vending machine is. You drop your coin in the slot, and the car comes down and it's delivered to you. It's just sitting there on the car riser, or what you call the thing, the car riser, just sitting there waiting for you. Really? I want to do, you get a chance to test drive the car before you actually sign your paperwork. They didn't go into that detail. So I would assume that once the car is delivered down, you would possibly test drive it. Maybe the paperwork signing was just to say that you interested in purchasing, whatever. But a car vending machine. Who wants to buy a car from a vending machine? I don't. I need to test drive it. I need to wheel and deal with the car salesman. Like, that takes the fun out of buying a car. But nowadays, everything is so right now, right now, right now. People don't have the patience. People are moving and shaking too much to even sit in a car dealership to go around, walk around, look at cars. Everything's on the internet, which is cool, but again, that's also taking jobs away from people because you don't need as many salespeople if you got people just picking their stuff out online, coming in, signing paperwork, and leaving. So that's going to be a lot. But I think it's a cool idea. The building looks nice. So I'm gonna take a ride to see, because I was out by 12 Oaks recently, but I really don't remember if I paid attention to that. And if you were in Novi, where 12 Oaks Mall, and then they have across the street where they have Lucky's and all the other it's just so much on the other side, across the street from the mall, that you probably would miss it. But it's set on the south side. So if you are out 96 and 12 near 12 Oaks, then look for Carvana vending machine car company. That should be pretty interesting though. Maybe I should go on Carvana and act like I want to buy a car and see what happens. Hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, I'll come back to that. But to me, is that news or nonsense? I think it's news. You take it. You beat it. And last but not least, do you watch, or have you ever watched or tuned into the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Now this might take I need to drink to this. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay, so I have to drink to that. 12 seasons that this person has been with Bravo in the franchise The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody know who Nene Leakes is. I watched it from season 1 all the way up until they're going into their 13th season. So up until season 12. I probably watched it more in the beginning than I have towards the end. I kind of chime in, tune in here and there. 12 seasons. So the trending news is that Nene Leakes will no longer be a housewife. Well, to my understanding, she was one of the top housewives, the highest. I don't know one of the highest paid. She was one of the highest paid housewives because she started from ground one. So you can see her progress from the first season, second, third season, on up to now. And I think it's a lot of things about her that stands out. But I remember one particular moment when she was arguing with Sheree in a restaurant. Her, Kim, Sheree, they arguing, and Sheree said something about her teeth. And Nene's comeback was, "I cash Trump checks." It's like, what? And that's when she was on the Celebrity Apprentice. Hey, I guess she got paid a pretty dollar. But anyway, so she was on Tamron Hall's show yesterday, and she appeared to be very emotional. So Tamron asked her what happened, like why the breakdown, why she's no longer returned to the show. She didn't get fired. She basically did not return because she said they reduced her episodes. She's gonna make the same money. You tell me what you think and how you feel about it. 248-429-7224. She went from 18 to 20 appearances to 6. And I guess that wasn't feasible for her pockets. I mean, if that was me and I was making millions, if I'm going from 18 to 6, that's a drastic change. Just imagine she was just say getting paid $1 million an episode, which I think she might be making more or at that amount. But that's a lot of money. That's taking a lot of money out of my pocket. So it's just she's stating now, not to say it's not true because I'm not her and I don't work on the set with her. She's saying that persons of the network has been, how can I? She's experienced discrimination. And discrimination meaning she's saying that a lot of other um, housewife franchises were not as their top their top person on the show, or the most, not top, the most seasoned person on the show was, as their career evolved, so that their appearances on the shows. So instead of them being decreased in their appearances, their appearances were increased. What she's saying for her, my appearances were decreased instead of increased. But I know on the other shows they were being increased. I don't know. I don't work there. But again, if it don't work, it don't work. If that's not what she wanted to do, if her money was important, fine. If being on TV for fame was important, then she would have stayed. Evidently, the money is more important than her just being on TV. I don't know what I would have done, but all I know is I would have had an issue with my so-called friends. I don't even know how she ever considered Wendy Williams a friend when she know Wendy Williams thrives on gossip. So Andy had Wendy Williams on Watch What Happens Live. Wendy Williams, went to say that she thinks this is like a publicity stunt, and Nene has quit the Housewives before, and she's been back, blah 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 blah. But she said she ran across these different spinoffs that Nene could have. Nene and Greg, she was like boring. Nene being a grandmother, boring. Nene and her kids, boring. So every show that she thought could be a spinoff of her being on the Housewives was boring, 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 boring. If that's your friend, why would your friend say something negative like that about you? So Wendy Williams is saying that Nene just loves the attention and thinks it's a publicity stunt, and she'll be back. And then she even went as far as to get to her pockets to say, what is she gonna do for money? Why does that matter if you're supposed to be her friend? But Wendy Williams had called her out a little prior to the show, prior to her renewing her season of the Housewife, which she's not. But Wendy Williams had called her out prior, and that was kind of like, that's supposed to be your friend? To me, friends or associates or close associates don't like hate on you or almost want the worst for you or talk about you or call you a drama queen. That's crazy. Yep, so she won't be back, but I'm sure she has something else up under her sleeve. So I wish her the best of luck on on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then back to in other celebrity news, I have John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. The loss of their son, their baby boy named Jack. Um, I've never lost a child before, but I can only imagine that losing a child is devastating, and especially one that was born, that didn't make it. But in reading the articles, it just said that Jack was. What happened is Chrissy had begun to bleed. Of course, she went to the hospital for severe bleeding, and the baby couldn't sustain the condition that her body was in. So of course, she had the baby, but he didn't make it due to complications. And the fluids and stuff was leaving her body that the baby needed to survive. So they named the baby Jack. And I think what touched me is that she stated that normally when she's carrying a baby, they never like pre-name the baby. They just kind of call it, I guess, the baby or whatever. And she said this particular time they had began to call him Jack, which she says she's never done before. So, again, just condolences to her and John Legend on losing their baby. I know that's devastating, sad, but at least God blessed them with other two that they, their son and their daughter. But baby Jack didn't make it, so sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I hate that. That can be devastating. And it's almost time for me to wrap it up, but I can't wrap it up talk about what's going on for everybody else and not discuss what's going on in Michigan. And it's like, some other sad news. I shouldn't end it with sad news, but hey, this is just what's trending. I'm telling you, it's just been crazy. They found a young man. I'm not sure of his age, but they found him dead in a car. The car was on fire in Detroit. I guess someone had shot and killed him. I'm not sure the condition of his body, but I know he was a young man found in a burning car, and he was dead. So for some reason, the police officers decide, let's go check his home or contact somebody at his home to let them know that they have found his body. They get to the home. The young man lived in Warren, and someone had executed the young man's son and his girlfriend. That was the most horrific, devastating news. It's one thing. It's sad to kill somebody. That's number one. But to kill a child and a woman or just anybody in general, execution style, that have not done anything to you is very, very just heartless and disheartening. And just to hear the police officers on TV say we could tell that they had walked the girlfriend and the son from upstairs to downstairs and had executed the baby. That's just really, really sad. I just couldn't imagine, and I don't want to even think of what will be going through that person's mind to do that. It's really, really sad. So I probably got about another 5 or 6 minutes. And of course, that was my news versus nonsense. You be the pick. And I thank you guys for tuning in. So just in case you want to sponsor the show, you can always reach out to me. In my email is info@pureessence.com. You can also search me on website. Online is pureessenceresale.com. I'm on Instagram, pure_essence_resale. Facebook, pure.essence.resale. And then also on Instagram is the Fashion Flair and Lifestyle page. Fashion_Flair_lifestyle is where you can reach me. And that's it for today. So I thank you guys for tuning in. And one thing that I want to leave you with today is sometimes when you just don't feel like it, the best thing you can do is just do it. Do it fearless, do it afraid, just get it done. And I thank you guys for tuning in to Fashion Flair and Lifestyle. And I will see you guys next week. Oh, next week. Our next week guest will be Dr. Wayman. He will be on to discuss Forgotten Felons. That's his nonprofit organization, Forgotten Felons. So be ready next week to listen, learn, and talk to Dr. Wayman. So again, thank you for tuning into Fashion Flair and Lifestyle, and you have a great day.